the new year will bring new things as always. So, Okoyemi Oguntade is sitting down here with me to take a sneak preview into 2017, what the post-holiday agri prices will look like. 24,000, perhaps higher for a bag of rice, and a lot of prices for consumables that are getting folks worried on the street. Good morning. It's good to have you back. Hope you had an holiday before this long holiday.
Yes, I did.
Hope you enjoy that.
Yes,
looking really fresh. So now you're back at a time when prices are okay. So it's good to have you back at this time. I'm sure you went on your annual leave at the pie when the rice was still much lower than what it was since you went away. Thousands have added up to those prices. Yeah. Now, things are going to remain most likely this way until the holidays are over. Yes or no?
Yes, definitely. Things are going to remain this way.
So when the holidays are over, what do you expect?
Well, usually, following what has happened in Nigeria, every January, what we usually see is that prices tend to taper down because of the festive season is essentially over. But looking at the Nigerian market, there are a couple of factors that could constrain that from happening. We have transportation cost. Of recent, we've seen that the pump price of 145 might not be sustainable for petrol because oil at $55, exchange rate. When the benchmark there at 145, it was about 285 naira to a dollar. That was the exchange rate they used. But effectively, right now, if we were to just put in the middle between the parallel market and the official market, we're probably looking at about 350 to 380. So we might have to see a revision in the pump price, and obviously that will feed into transportation costs and would affect the cost of some of these commodities.
Let me make this straight. I'm looking for some good news, and I hope you can give it to me. Is it likely that the price of rice, a bag of rice, for example, or flour, 50 kg, whatever, will go down a little bit? I have a lot of folks hitting back on the social media, angry about the way things are. So, give me some good news that something will happen.
Okay, some good news. In January, we should definitely expect rice to come down. And if you even look at what's happening in Lagos State, we know that Ambody has launched a Lake Chad rice, which is about 12,000, 13,000. If you go to Calabar as well, the governor has tried to subsidize the price of rice, bringing it down to 15,000. So essentially, there are some places where you could actually see rice low. And in January, we should expect prices to come down, maybe back to 19,000. Well, that was the rate before. 19,000, that's about 1,000 naira above minimum wage. Yes.
In some areas. That's quite really not so much good news. But I'll take that. I'll put that on one side. I say, well, since we have subsidy rice going round, some states, perhaps in the northern part of the country, we should also see a bit of that with what the Anchor Borrowers Program of the Central Bank is doing. Do you think somehow we could see a single digit in 1,000 bag of rice?
Well, in the north, the news right there is not so great because over the month, we've heard a lot of news from the international institutions as well as institutions in Nigeria that we should expect famine in January. Some have even gone as far as to say that there's probably already famine going on in some remote parts in Borno State. So if we're having famine in the north, then obviously that would feed into prices because some farmers have not been able to plant anything considering the insecurity in the area. So some of them have fled away from their farmlands. And if we're having famine there, then it's a supply-demand interaction. So if we're having lower supply, prices are definitely going to remain high.
In summary, it doesn't look like too much good news after all.
For the north, no, it doesn't.
Overall. So the days of 6,000 naira per bag for a bag of rice in Nigeria, those days are gone. Should I just write it off?
Yeah, it probably should. It will probably take, I'm not too sure we'll return to those days,
will
quite
say 6,000 naira per bag of rice. We're doing about 26,000 now.
At best, maybe 16, 17, but
16, 17.
Not 6,000.
That looks like the price of oil. Heartbreaking. Thank you.
Thank you
very much. And welcome back to Financial Derivatives after the holiday. Keep it there where everybody has gone.
Merry Christmas in advance.
Thank you.